All right, welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. Y'all already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. This one, tea piping hot. Listen, hey man, we got a thing in the military where we say it's cheaper to keep her. You know what that means? It means if you should try to get a divorce right now, this woman is going to walk away with so much, you might as well just go ahead and tuck your dick back in your pants, tighten your belt, pull your zipper back up, behave yourself, and go ahead on with what you started, which is a marriage, a commitment, a vow taken before God and man that you would be together for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, and that you will remain faithful to each other all the days of your life, right? And now you over here trying to get rid of this woman after you done gave her a couple of children and all this. Well, Neo, the superstar singer Neo, he has to pay his ex-wife, Crystal Renee, nearly $2 million after finalizing their divorce. Now, I know you're saying, shit, Neo been around for a while. I know Neo got that bag. His money is secured. He's a grown man now. This ain't 19-year-old Neo when he came out back in the day. Okay, this is a grown man. However, we're going to break down the monies, how much she really will be getting. Let's just say Sister Girl will be okay. And she deserves it. And I'm going to tell you why as well. You see them side chicks out there? I know it must be it's hard for a regular man to balance a marriage. Especially a man that puts himself together. He's a breadwinner. He is clean and all that. Because this is what every woman wants. And usually, a lot of them want a man that's already somebody else's man, doing all that with and for somebody else. That's demonstrating to them that you're very capable. So now they want that. Anyhow, Neo and Crystal, shout out to MSN, Neo and Crystal Renee, they have finalized their divorce in just 5 months. Court documents obtained by Page 6 have confirmed this. Now, this ain't the first time they got divorced. This story gets wild. Hold on. So, Neo will now pay his ex-wife, Crystal Renee, $1.6 million in a lump sum payment. And that's just to balance out their real estate holdings. I guess they owned properties together. This is how much it would take to buy her out. So he gives her that up front. Go ahead and hold that lump sum right there. Boom. And then he also will give her $20,000. And that's for her moving expenses. I ain't leaving. I'm keeping this house. You can go. Or maybe she didn't want to stay in the house. I don't know. But that's for her moving expenses. And this is according to TMZ. You already know TMZ, they be having a scoop because they got all them inside people and those connections that most of us don't have. So TMZ obtained the settlement details. So Renee will also keep one of their 4 homes in Georgia. Now I got to tell you, these ain't regular folks' homes. Okay. These are nice, extravagant, big old houses. Some people would call them estates. They have 4. She will keep one of those. Neo will still have 3. Additionally, Neo agreed to cut a $150,000 check to Renee so that she can buy herself, get this, so that she can buy herself a new car. $150,000 so she can buy herself a new car. Why? Because the Bentley Bentayga that she drives now, he's keeping that. So she can go get herself a new car. A Bentley Bentayga. Now, a man gives you $150,000 to go get a new car. God damn. What kind of car are you getting? I guess she's going to get herself another Bentley or one of those types. What I respect about him, though, is that he gives her the money up front, right? And she don't have to worry about pulling him in child support court or putting him before the media and saying he's not paying anything and he's a bum and he's got money and I know that he can pay it, but he's being difficult or whatever. Nah, Neo comes right up off the money. 1.6 mil out the door. Plus 20,000 for moving expenses, plus another 150,000 just for her car. Get you a new car, mama. I'm going to keep this Bentley right here. Neil also agreed that he will pay her nearly $2 million as part of the settlement. Shit. That's on top of all the other money. Then, Neil, who is 43 years old now, he will also pay her. I know y'all ain't heard me talk about the child support payment yet. He will also pay her $12,000 a month. That's just for the child support for the 3 children. I know. There's some single mamas out here right now who's saying, God damn it, I make do with $500 for the month. This woman getting $12,000 just for those 3 kids, on top of all the other monies we just spoke about. And she will get an additional $5,000 per month on top of that $12,000, and that's just for alimony. That's her pocket money. You understand? They agreed to share joint custody with the children, and Neil also agreed that he will foot all the outside expenses. So please don't think her getting $12,000 a month for them children means, well, you're getting $12,000 a month so you could pay for their school fees, you could pay for little Renisha's dance class, you could pay for little JoJo's karate lessons, you could pay for little Stevie's football equipment. And nope, Neil said, I'll pay for all those too. He will foot any educational related expenses, the extracurricular activities. He got all that. Here's $12,000 for the children on a monthly basis. Get them some nice things. Make sure they're eating and living how they normally live. I don't want their lifestyle to change because we're not together anymore. Finally, he will also give her that $5,000 a month for alimony. Take yourself shopping. Get yourself something nice. This divorce is going to be hard on both of us. This money should help you to get through that. So page 6 said they reached out to the courts for the settlement documents. And they got this. So Renee had filed for divorce from Neil in August of 2022, right? After she publicly accused him of cheating on her. She said, this shit, I can't take this no more. You know, and on top of that, he's trying to make me feel like I'm supposed to stick around and accept it. To say I'm broken, heartbroken, and disgusted is an understatement. She was in love. To ask me to stay and accept this is absolutely insane, she said. This is the mentality of a narcissist, and I will no longer lie to the public or pretend that this is something that it isn't. Because you know she's been hanging around for a minute, even though old boy couldn't keep his dingling in his pants. He was out here doing his thing. But it's Neil. It's a superstar, right? And draws come flying his way attached to a bra, panties, everything. So it's hard. It's rough. This was the former couple's second divorce, though, because we done been down this road before. And they previously split in 2016 when a divorce filing. However, Renee alleged that Neil, whose real name is Schaefer Chimer Smith, he had fathered another child outside of their marriage, and she just could not take it anymore. Matter of fact, she described this other person as Neil's paramour. Paramour, I don't speak Spanish or Italian or whatever that is, but I went and looked it up. Paramour basically means side chick, or it means the lover of somebody that is married, the extra lover of somebody that is married. So she spoke, and she said, yeah, I could have dealt with all this before, but this mother, you know what? He went and had a baby, a whole baby on the side. He's out here nurturing a baby, rubbing bellies, going to doctor's appointments, having a whole family on the side type of thing. And I can't put up with that, right? It's kind of like, what's her name that was famous on the radio? Wendy Williams and her husband. Wendy said she was willing to put up with all the cheating because, you know, one day he's going to stop. Because that's just life. You know, men act like they could go forever. And then when they get older, they realize that, whew, that's too much. I'm going to just settle in. So she was down for the ride with her wedding vows. Only problem was Kevin went out and had a baby. And he had a baby by a much younger woman who he was very much a part of the process. Not just the process of making the baby, but he was out here rubbing his stomach, taking her shopping on shopping sprees, found a place to put her up in, nice expensive house, and, you know, setting up the baby's room. He's sitting on the floor, putting a crib together and all this. That's a whole other family. So, and then he was out here making her look stupid in front of the public. So everybody knew and everybody was laughing at her and he didn't care. So she said, yeah, it was time to go. So they had actually divorced in 2016. Within the divorce filing, she alleged that there was a next baby. She and Neo initially tied the knot in February of 2016. Then the on and off couple divorced 2 years later after tying the knot before remarrying again in April of 2022. So they've been down the road. They got married, they got divorced, they got remarried, and now they're getting divorced again. The pair have listen. If you go as far as to get divorced, just leave it at that, man. Don't be bothering with that old remarried stuff. Don't double back. There's a reason why you went through, because divorce ain't just like I packed a bag and just walked out. You got to go through lawyers. You got to get everybody separated. We got to separate the assets. We got to go through too much. And then we're going to get remarried all over again. And then now we're going to have to get divorced all over again. Somebody didn't learn their lesson and it ain't worth it. So the pair actually have 3 children together. Schaefer Jr., which is Neo's junior. He's 6. Then you have Roman, who's 4, and a daughter, Isabella, who's 1. Neo is also the father of Madeline, who's 12, and Mason, who's 11, from a previous relationship with Monietta Shaw. So he actually has 5 children. This woman, though, she's coming off pretty lovely, and judging by how much she's getting from this, remember I said she deserved it, but also she's going to be all right. So shout out to Neo for handling that like a man. You dig? And I wish y'all the best. That's how it is, man. Sometimes you try and then you try again and then it ain't worth it and you leave it alone. I guess it's time for y'all to leave it alone. But life is full of surprises. We might see them getting married again. That means they would have married and divorced and remarried and divorced and remarried again. You don't know. Hit that subscribe button. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified every time a new video goes up on Hot Topics TV. I'm out. Peace.